So I'll try and do this as best as possible using one hand and using layman's terms. I got a lot of feedback on the no lubrication thing, and I think some of the technicians here forget that I'm not speaking to technicians. If you work on these for a living, you know what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do with these, and you know how they work. I'm speaking to the typical RV owner that doesn't know anything about these systems. But I technically lied to you because there are places that you can lubricate these systems. But if I were just to say go ahead and lubricate, people would be spraying all kinds of things, and I'm not going to be responsible for people damaging their system because they misunderstood what I said. So this here is a no-no. Having grease and lubricants in the actual gear track will cause damage. It will cause issues, it will cause slipping. That is what you don't want. And as you can see here on this roller, the V-roller there is covered in dirt and grime. And that is because it is covered in lubricant. That dirt and grime will cause problems as well. Now you can lubricate the V-roller. It's actually one of the very few parts of the Swintex system that are supposed to be lubricated. But I personally always recommend using a dry lube so that you don't get any kind of buildup on it. Another place you can put lubricant where it will get to the places it's supposed to get if you don't want to try and access in here is this track right here and up here only. You can use small amounts of dry lubricant in there as well, and that will work its way into everything it needs to. In the block and everything, it will kind of distribute the lubricant as needed. But this is why I say to my followers not to lubricate Schwintex systems. If you are a technician or a camper who's very mechanically inclined or been camping for years and you understand these systems, my videos aren't for you. I'm trying to prevent the average consumer from doing this. If I were to say, go ahead and lube away on your Schwintex, we're going to see more of this. Don't be afraid to keep these rails clean though. Any degreaser or anything like that, that's not going to leave a film behind. You can spray them out and wipe out what you can. Keep these clean. That is 100% more important than trying to lubricate these tracks, is to keep them clean. I also had some questions trying to determine if they had Schwintex. This rail right here will determine that. On the side of your slide room, the squiggle rail, that's what I call them, squiggle rail will determine that you have a Schwintex system. There's no other system that uses this exact rail.